Well, did you figure it out? Do you know what it means? The word is pronounced tintinnabulation. It is a noun, and it means the ringing or sound of bells. That's right. They actually wrote down the word that means the sound of bells ringing. Oh, Japan. Anyways, here's our main character, who will be the lord of our new domain. And a friend of mine on the internet, I told him that I was going to be doing an LP of this game, and I promised I'd put him in it. So here he is, Masahiro Fujiwara. I might not get the R right in the future. And I gave him the wise voice because he knows a lot of strange, unusual, and often cool things. So I decided to make him my tactician, strategist, whatever. In short, he's going to be riding with me through each and every battle. He will always be with me. One moment, please. I apologize for the slightly unprofessional moment, but I have to do a lot of talking this time. Let me think. No, I think that will suffice. No, you know what? I'll throw Hideki in there, just for grins and giggles. I made him so I could test out the other sword abilities, but I'll go ahead and throw him in the mix. He doesn't get leveled up nearly enough. So there you go. There are 3 main characters. I could have more, but I choose not to. Sorry, I had to scratch my head and hit the microphone there. So, we could do free mode, but we're not gonna. We're gonna do Empire mode because, hey, naturally, we're here to take over Japan. So firstly and foremostly, we have to pick a scenario. I'll go through what the scenarios mean. With each of these little scenarios, we could choose one main area. It's sort of like, this here is like a state, and each of the territories is a county. Each county being controlled by a clan, and you have to unify them. In this scenario, you have to unify all of these clans into one clan under your control, and then you have the option of either stopping the scenario there and finishing, or you could continue on and take on the rest of Japan. And then as you go through each scenario, you steadily move to the east, on, until eventually you get all the way to the north. This one allows you to play, for the most part, historically through all of Japan. Everyone who's supposed to be in control of their respective territories is. Shingen on the left here, the one with all the red around him, he's in control of the Kai region, because he's called the Tiger of Kai. If I'm not mistaken, Nobunaga Oda is in control of Mino. Masamune Date is in control of the Echizen region, and so on and so on and so on. Divided Land is my favorite scenario because it's basically a blank slate. You can either pick where everyone chooses, or do what I'm going to do, which is to pick one fief for myself, and then let the game randomly decide who's in the rest of it, and then take on Japan. Let's see. Various difficulty modes: normal, novice, easy, normal, hard, and chaos. Don't have novice. I do have novice. I have hard, but I do not. Oh, I do have chaos. Well, I am crazy. Easy is what I played last time. Novice is ridiculously easy. I'm not going to go for hard or chaos because I don't want the 4th weapons. That's not really an issue, so just take it. Game settings here. These change. You can unlock different ones as the game progresses, as you unlock certain modes and all that. So, growth. What that means is, if you played a game with another character and beat the game, when you start the game, that character, whether you control them or not, will already be at that last level. So if I chose to use my ninja, Saku, or not use him, whatever, and he's in the game, he's at level 17, everyone else is going to be at level 1, it's going to be a bloodbath. So it's going to be set to default. Everyone's at level 1, everyone has default weapons, everyone has to work their way up. This just pertains to levels and weapons. Time limit. Pretty straightforward. Either finish the game in 50 years, which is I have to finish by 15... No. 1611, or I could switch it off and give myself from the year 1561 to the year 2000. I played the last game and finished 9.5 years, so we're gonna keep it switched on. New officers, obviously we want this on, because if I switch it off, I can't use any of the nice new officers I made. Annex is not available. I think all that is it changes who's in... you can change who owns what fief under your domain. Yeah, I'm just not gonna mess with it. Let's see. Officer limit, this tells you how many officers you can hire every time you take on a fief, and how many you have. Normal. This is normally set to off, officer death. What that means is if you capture an officer, you can either hire them or let them go, which can actually be a disadvantage because they're in the free agent pool. They could just go right back to the clan you whooped up on. With it switched on, they'll die of old age, they could die after a battle, or if you capture them, you could choose to execute them so they're not a thorn in your side later. So I'm going to leave that on. Let's get on with it. Now, I can choose which territory I want. Since I have no idea what I really want, for the sake of randomness and, for the lulz, I'm going to close my eyes and just spin the analog stick, kind of move it around funny. Alright. I'm going to hit this. Okay, that's where we're starting out. That is home. So, that is Hidekazu Yoshida. He will be the Lord. Next up, we have Masahiro. And then finally, where is he? Hideki. Now, I do have lieutenants available, but when I first started the game, there were no lieutenants available. So I'm just going to start off these three by themselves. Again, I could choose another fief to take for myself, but again, I only started with one fief. Oh, that's much better. Now I can actually make out the lines between them much more clearly. So, one fief, 3 generals, 2,000 soldiers each, and I don't know who is going to be anywhere else. I have no clue. I'm going to find out in a minute. Now we have a nice little opening sequence which shows, well, you'll see. I won't spoil it for you. Let's take a drink of water. Hey.
I will grow stronger. Someday, I'll be the greatest hero of the age.
An excellent aspiration to aspire to. Yes, I just said that. Cool.
My name will go down in history.
Cool. I like. I approve. Okay. I don't think everyone has the same symbol as me, so I think I'm good. Okay, so first things first, I need to take stock of who's around me before I start giving orders or doing anything crazy. So, info. Here I can check who's in command of what and where they're stationed. I can check individual fiefs, individual officers, and weapons. In short, with this, I have like the super spy network. Super ninjas everywhere. I know who is stationed where, how strong they are, exactly how many troops they have at any point in time. Alright. Actually, why don't I save that for the beginning of the next video, because I'm running a little low on time. Instead, I'll run through this. We'll start with Decree. As you can see here at the bottom, it says I've only got one order. What that means is I can choose one policy and execute it. I can only use one of these commands one time. That's fine. That's totally okay. So with Decree here, I can choose one policy and execute it, but only one. It's domestic, armaments, troops, personnel, training, and negotiations. I do not have plots or anything else available right now, which is totally okay with me. As a matter of fact, I think I'm missing a few. In fact, I know I'm missing a few. But hey, that's okay. That's what makes things interesting. Alright. With Delegate, I could choose one of my officers and have them take command and give all the orders for one turn. This can be a good or a bad thing because you don't know what they're going to suggest, so they could really screw things up for you. Finally, with Consult, this is the best way to go early on because you get 2 policies for 1 turn. And you get to follow various suggestions. Ooh, before I go, the available thing, what that means is when it says available, if I choose it, it becomes available for me for decrees later. That's not available right now, but by choosing it here, it becomes unlocked for later use. So, next time, we're going to take stock of who's around us and try and make a plan of action.